Hello, everybody, and welcome from Argos High School. We're getting set to go here with the first baseball game of the 2018 season. Steve Stricker coming to you here from Argos on Argos TV, and we have the Argos Dragons, and they're hosting the Lancers from LaVille High School. So you'll have to forgive me if I mess something up here this evening. This is my first time doing a baseball game broadcasting-wise. So we're going to do the best we can. I'm working here by myself. I've got the camera rolling, and we're going to try and get things going. So obviously LaVille is going to be up to bat first, and everybody's getting around, getting rolling. The coaches are meeting at the home plate. So we'll go through the starting lineups here for both teams. For LaVille, batting first and pitching, Devin Schaff, number 22. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 9, Connor Wazorich. Batting third and catching, number 8, Reese Gallup. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 35, Isaiah Herbster. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 13, Jimmy Fisher. Batting sixth and playing left field, number 7, Nick Moore. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 3, Robbie Pope. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 21, Jake Martin. And the number 9 batter on the day, playing center field, number 1, Andrew Dill. So that is your lineup for LaVille. And for your home team, Argos Dragons. LaVille is coached by Brian Lawler. They are playing their first game this season as well. Obviously, it's been rough getting going here this year. With the way the weather's been, it's another cold day. There was snow on the ground as we got out for work this morning. But the snow is holding off for now, but it sure feels like it's cold enough to start up again at any time. So for the home Dragons, batting first and playing second base, number 4, Coleman Norris. Batting second and playing left field, number 1, Sam Rowe. Batting third and playing shortstop, number 7, Ian Kindig. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 15, Trey DeVoe. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 9, Caleb Ellis. Batting sixth and playing center field, number 11, Hunter Vires. Thank you. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 6, Colin Odell. Batting eighth and pitching, number 18, Isaac Smith. Batting not batting, but he's playing catcher, number 14, Quasar Kraft. Number 17, Chris Fishburne, is going to be DHing for Quasar in the 9th position. So your Dragons are taking the field here for the first time in the 2018 season. We're getting set to go with some baseball. And let's see how this goes. Like I said, you're going to have to bear with me here. I don't even have I got a camera on the scoreboard, but nobody's up here running the thing. So I'll have to tell you balls and strikes. All right, so the Dragons are taking their final warm-ups here on the infield. Isaac Smith pitching today for the Dragons, starting off. Quasar Kraft is behind the plate here for the Dragons. All right, coming down, so we're getting set to go here. Let's see if we can get a decent shot of this as we get going here from Dave Stoltz Field here at Argos High School. All right, here we go. The first batter of the year is up. It's the pitcher for the Lancers, Devin Sheff. The left-hander from LaVille. Smith gets ready. And it's a foul ball. First pitch of the season fouled off by Sheff. No balls, one strike. And there's a shot down the middle, and it's going to go to the outfield. And he's going to leg out a double down the middle. So the Lancers on base, second pitch down the middle for Sheff, and he is on second. So we got number 9, Connor Wazorich, the shortstop, up next. First pitch is a ball. One ball, no strikes for the shortstop, right-handed batter. Steal is good by Sheff, so he moves over to third. Got 2 balls, no strikes for Wazorich. Ball 3, and there goes Sheff, and he's going to score, and that's the first run of the season, and LaVille takes an early 1-0 lead. So 2 steals by Sheff, and he makes his way home. Wazorich looking at a 3-0 count here. And it's a strike. 3-1. Three-one pitch. High, ball 4. That brings up the third batter, Reese Gallup, the catcher for the Lancers. Score 1-0 LaVille. They've got a runner, Wazorich, on first. And the ball's overthrown. And Wazorich makes it all the way around to third base on the misplay there by the catcher, or the first baseman. We have a strike On Gallup, count is 0-1. Ball in the dirt, but a nice play there by the catcher for the Dragons, Kraft, and he keeps it in front of him. Keeps Wazorek at third base. The 1-1 pitch, and it's in the dirt. Kraft can't keep it in front. Wazorek is going to go home, and it's going to be 2-0 LaVille. So Gallup is got a 2-1 count. We got the coaches coming out here to talk to Smith. No outs in the top of the first. The Dragons trailing 2-0 to the Lancers. Reese Gallup at the plate here when the conversation concludes for the Dragons. Two balls, one strike for Gallup. Pitch high for Smith, 3-1. The Lady Dragons softball team is opening their season tonight. There's a walk on 5 pitches for Gallup. That brings up the first baseman, Isaiah Herbster. Herbster, a big right-handed batter here for the Lancers. Where's number 35? Gallup on first base for the Lancers. Lady Dragons softball team crossed the parking lot. There's a ball. Taking on the Pioneer Panthers. Pioneer ranked in the top 10 in Class A in softball. Dragons' first 3 contests have been postponed, so this is their first game of the year. And I can't see from my vantage point what the scoreboard is. There is a swing and a miss. 1-1 the count for Herbster. Gallup on first. Smith, pop fly. And it lands right behind the third baseman. And it's going to be a single for Herbster. That puts Gallup on second. Herbster at first. Still no outs for the Dragons. There's a liner down the line to third, and the throw is in time. The runner's going to try and go home, and he's tagged, and he's going to be safe at home. Herbster advances to third. The run scores number 15. So the score is 3-0. We have 1 out. There is a pop fly to shallow center. Kindig makes the catch, and we have 2 outs. So 2 outs, number 3, Robbie Pope, the right fielder, up to bat. Swings at the first one. 0-1 is the count. Herbster at third for the Lancers. The 0-1 here to Pope. And he sends it left field, and it's going to drop. And that's going to score Herbster. And that's going to be a double for Pope. Scores another run, 4-0 Lancers. It's going to bring up the number 8 batter, number 21, Jake Martin for the Lancers. And he swings at the first pitch and strike one. Smith steps off the rubber. Got one runner on. Robbie Pope is the runner at third. And the 0-1 pitch. And that's a strike. Strike two for Martin. Dragons trying to get out of this inning. 4 runs across the plate here for the Lancers. Smith looking to get the third strike here. And there is a swing, and the third baseman can't get it, and Kindig misplays it at short, but he's able to get a hold of it, keeps the runner at third, so we have runners on the corner. For the number 9 hitter coming up, Andrew Dill. And the first pitch is a strike, and Martin takes second on the steal. The 0-1 pitch, we got runners at second and third for the Dragons. 2 outs. And there is a slicer, and that's going to be foul ball off the right field line. So 0-2 is your count for Dill. 2 outs. 2 on, 4-0 is the score. And the ball's popped up. Looks like it's playable, and the first baseman can't get it. It's going to drop. Foul ball. So one more try here for the center fielder, Andrew Dill. 0-2 count. Smith trying to get out of this inning. And that is a strikeout for the third out. And the Dragons are out of the first. LaVille leads 4-0. After one half of play here at Dave Stoltz Field. So the lineup due up here for the Dragons: Coleman Norris, Sam Rowe, and Ian Kindig. We'll be back here in just a few seconds from Argos High School. You're watching Argos Dragons baseball on Argos TV channel 341. All right, welcome back here to Argos, the bottom of the first. LaVille leads 4-0. And the first ball for Norris. That is a strike, so 1-1 for Norris. Strike two. 1-2 for the leadoff hitter here for the Dragons. Ball in the dirt, 2-2. Strike three looking. Norris strikes out for the first out of the inning for the Dragons. Next up, the left fielder, number 1, Sam Rowe. Left-hander takes a strike on the first pitch. Count 0-1. Ball inside, 1-1. Bottom of the first inning here at Argos. Dragons trailing 4-0 to the Lancers. Second batter of the season. There's a ball hit short. And he's out at first. So Rowe is out, second out, and number 7 shortstop Ian Kindig is up to bat. Ball low, 1-0. Suppose you'd like to see Ian there. There you go. Sorry about that. Strike, 1-1. The 1-1 to Kindig, and fouls it back out of play into the parking lot. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch coming up here for Kindig. And a ball must have been outside. 2-2. Another foul ball straight back to the fence for Kindig. Count remains at 2-2. Ball 3 in the dirt, full count. Kindig trying to get on base, first base runner here of the season for the Dragons if he can. And the full count pitch popped up and drops right in front of the LaVille dugout. Count remains full at 3-2. Three-two pitch coming up. Ball in the dirt. Kindig takes the walk. So Kindig reaches first base on a walk, bringing up Trey DeVoe, the first baseman, number 15. Bottom of the first inning here at Argos, 2 outs, One on. Pitch in the dirt. And Kindig is able to take second. Oh, 1 count here for DeVoe. 1-0 count, sorry. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on second. And takes one to the ankle area. So he's on a hit by pitch. Bringing up number 9, Caleb Ellis, the third baseman, right-handed batter here for the Dragons. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. Ball low in the dirt. Kindig's able to steal third. One-0 count here for Ellis. Runners at the corners. Ball 2. Runners stay. Two-0 count. Strike down the middle. 2-1. Runners on first and third for the Dragons. 2 outs, bottom of the first. The 2-1 pitch. And that's a strike 2 for Ellis. So the Dragons 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. And called third strike for Ellis. And that's going to do it for the Dragons. After 1 inning, the Dragons trail LaVille 4-0. We're going to take a break, come back here for second inning action from Dave Stoltz Field here at Argos High School. All right, welcome back. We are in the top of the second inning. Back to the top of the lineup here for the Lancers. Devon Schaff, the pitcher, is going to be leading off here in the second. And the first pitch, a strike. Swing and a miss for Schaff. 0-1 is the count. The 0-1 pitch for Smith. And that is struck hard, going to go out into center field. And it's going to be a single for Schaff. Bring up the shortstop, Connor Wazorich, for his second trip to the plate here today. He had a walk and stole twice and scored. There is a ball and a steal by Schaff. So the 1-0 pitch coming up here for Smith. It's a ball low, 2-0. Schaff on second for the Lancers. Top of the second inning, LaVille leads 4-0. Zoric with the 2-0. And there's a steal to third for Schaff. So Schaff takes third base. Zoric with a 3-0 count here, looking to drive Schaff home. Takes a strike, 3-1. Three-one pitch with one runner on third base. And a pop fly, it's going to be playable. And it lands right behind home plate. Catcher was unable to locate that. We have a full count, 3-2. So the payoff pitch coming up here for Smith. Zoric walked his first time up. And a foul ball. Count remains at 3-2. There's a pop-up. Shortstop. Kindig underneath it. Records the out. First out of the inning for the Dragons. Nice play there by Kindig. That's going to bring up the catcher, number 8, Reese Gallup. With one out, runner on third. Smith throws it back over, tries to keep the runner on third base. That is the leadoff runner, Schaff. Gallup takes a ball. One ball, no strike for the catcher, Reese Gallup. Ball two. There's a strike. 2-1 now for Gallup. We have one out in the top of the second inning. Runner on third base is Devin Schaff, the leadoff batter. And there's a swing and a miss, 2-2. Smith is starting to find the strike zone a little bit here for the Dragons. The 2-2 pitch. High. Oh. I was going to say, I thought that was only 2-2. I could have missed one, but he was thinking he was walked. Started to take off, and the ump's like, no, it's a full count here. 3-2, full count pitch, and there's the walk. So we have runners on the corners for the Lancers. Schaff and Gallup. That's going to bring up Isaiah Herbster, the first baseman. The big right-hander for the Lancers singled his first time up. He's got an RBI opportunity here. Strike call, 0-1. Got one out here in the top of the second. Runners on second and third now for the Lancers. And a changeup, and Smith gets Herbster to foul it off, 0-2. Nice looking changeup that time by the pitcher, Isaac Smith. Ball one. 1-2 now for the big right-hander from LaVille. Curveball. And I think he got just a hair piece of that. Foul tip. Count remains at 1-2. And the 1-2 is fouled and bounces off about 3, 4, 1, 2. Couple cars anyway. Count remains at 1-2. And there he reaches for one, and it's going to make it. No, it doesn't get through the gap. Kindig with a nice play, and he is safe at first. So Herbster legs out a deep infield single. Gets an RBI in the process. Schaff goes home for the first run of the inning for the Lancers. Runners on first and third now. Strike one for number 13, Jimmy Fisher, the third baseman. Play to third. Herbster takes second. Runners on second. Second and third here for the Lancers. 0-1 count for Fisher. Smith, foul tip, 0-2. Got one out here in the top of the second inning. The 0-2 pitch, the delivery, and it's going right down the line. No call. And it's a foul ball. Foul ball for Fisher. Still stands at 0-2. One out, top of the second. LaVille leads 5-0 over the Dragons. Change up, played by the third baseman. He's going to go home with the play at the plate, and he is out at the plate. Good play there by the third baseman. Gets the play at the plate, keeps the run from scoring. Fisher is going to take first. So we have two down for the left fielder, Nick Moore. Oh, and he gets hit by the pitch on the first pitch by Smith. So that loads the bases for Robbie Pope, the right fielder. The right-hander Pope steps into the batter's box and just outside the third base line for a foul ball. Strike one. 2 outs here in the top of the second. There is another foul ball going the other way that time off of the first base line. So Smith is 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Pope is 1 swing away from making it a breakout inning for the Lancers. Ball outside. Nice play there by Kraft. 1-2 count. And a swing. And the Dragons retire the side, only allowing 1 run. After 1.5 innings, the score, LaVille 5, Argos 0. We'll be back here in a moment. You're watching Argos TV. All right, welcome back here. Bottom of the second inning. First batter up, Hunter Vyers for the Dragons. Going to be Vyers, Odell, and Smith. First pitch, was that a ball? First pitch was a ball. Strike 1, 1-1. Vyers is the Dragons center fielder, wears number 11, bats right-handed. And a big swing on a high fastball, and it's a strike for Vyers, 1-2. And there is a shot. Gets through the hole, but nice play by the second baseman, but Vyers beats it out, gets on base. So we have a base runner here for the Dragons to start off the second inning. That brings up the right fielder, number 6, Colin Odell. Pitcher steps off the rubber. Vyers resets back to first. Devin Schaff, pitcher for the Lancers. There's a play back to first, and it's a wild throw. And Vyers is going to take second. He's going to round it, and he's going to make it all the way over to third. Nice aggressive base running there by Vyers. Makes it all the way over to third base for the Dragons on the wild play to first by the pitcher, Devin Schaff. So the Dragons with 1 in scoring position. For Odell. Ball in the dirt. Wild pitch. Byers stays home. One ball, no strikes for Odell. One runner for the Dragons. Let's see what Schaff can do. Left-handed pitcher. Ball low, 2-0. There's a strike. 2-1 now for Odell. We have no outs here in the bottom of the second. Runner on third for the Dragons. 2-1 count, Odell. And a big swing and a miss, 2-2. And Odell strikes out. First out of the inning for the Dragons, bringing up the pitcher Isaac Smith with one runner on and one out here in the bottom of the second. Strike one. Schaff has settled down here after allowing a base runner. Smith chases one outside, 0-2. And strikes out on 3 pitches. 2 outs for the catcher, Quasar Kraft. One runner on here for the Dragons. Right-handed batter steps into the box. Ball inside. Hunter Byers on third base for the Dragons. There's a strike, 1-1. Strike 2 for Kraft. So after some trouble in the first part of the inning here for the pitcher Schaff, he's able to battle back, gets 2 outs. Now a 2-2 count here on Quasar Kraft, the Dragons catcher. And strike 3. Lancers get out of the inning. 3 outs after 2 innings of play. Dragons trail LaVille 5-0. We're going to come back here for more baseball action from Argos High School. In just a moment, you're watching Argos TV. All right, welcome back here. Starting the third inning, the top of the third, the Lancers up to bat. Martin, Dill, and Sheff for the Dragons, or the Lancers. Second baseman Martin Takes a strike. Martin singled on his first trip to the plate. There's a shot in between third and short to left field. Martin's going to round first, and he's going to stay there. So a single to left to start the inning for Martin. It's going to bring up the center fielder, ninth spot, Andrew Dill, the diminutive right-hander, and he's going to bunt one. Kraft can't make the play, and its ball's thrown away. Martin rounds third. Martin's going to score. And Dill is going to make an attempt to get to the plate. And he is called safe at the plate. So on a bunt, Dill makes it all the way around for a in the park sort of home run. It was a bunt and an error, single and an error, and then a couple errors. But he scores. 2 runs in. Now we're back to the top of the lineup. Devin Sheff, the pitcher, takes a strike. 0-1. The left-hander, the 0-1 count. Smith, the delivery. Sheff drills one to center field, and it's going to go over the head of the center fielder. And Sheff rounds second for a double. So big play there by the pitcher, Sheff, with a double to center. It's going to bring up Wazorich. He hits one down the first base line, and the first baseman touches the bag for the first out. That brings up the catcher, Reese Gallup. Schaff on third, ball 1 for Gallup. The 1-0 count. Ball 2. Top of the third, 1 out, 1 on. 2-0 count. Smith steps off the rubber. Ball 3 for Gallup. Gallup walked both times up to the base, up to the plate here already. Takes ball 4, and there's a wild pitch. And that's going to score Schaff. Score 8-0, and Gallup takes first on the walk. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Herbster, the big right-hander. Singled and singled his first 2 times up. So we have 1 out, 1 on. There's a hit by pitch. Herbster takes the base. So we have 2 on, and that will bring up Jimmy Fisher. Fisher takes a ball on the first pitch. Fisher 1 of 2 on the day. And there's a sharp hit to center. Kindig going to look to double him up. Can't get the 2. Gets the 1. Good play there by the shortstop. Kindig gets Herbster. So Fisher will be on first. And Gallup takes third. Bringing up number 7, Nick Moore, the left fielder. Got 2 outs, 2 on. Smith steps off the rubber, the left-hander, right-hander, facing me. Foul tip. Hits the building behind the plate. Moore takes strike 1. 0-1 the count. 2 outs here for the Dragons. 2 on for the Lancers. First and third. Runner goes, takes second. That's Fisher. No play by the Dragons. No 1 pitch. There's a strike. Is that 1 and 2? Yep, 1 and 2 for Moore. And a shot. Center field, and a good catch there. And that's 3 outs. Good play there by the center fielder for the Dragons. And we are going to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Lancers lead 8-0. You're going to be right back on Argos TV in just a moment. All right, welcome back here, bottom of the 3rd. Coleman Norris leading off for the Dragons. Takes a ball low. LaVille leads 8-0 after 2.5. There's a strike, 1-1. Lady Dragons are playing a top 10 ranked Class A school, Pioneer, across the parking lot. Having all kinds of trouble over there. Strike 2 for Norris. At last check, they were trailing 17-0 in the 3rd. Ball low, 2-2 for the leadoff batter, Norris. We're at the bottom of the 3rd inning here at Argos. Two-two pitch, and that's a strike called 3. First out of the inning for the Lancers. It brings up left fielder Sam Rowe, left-handed batter here for the Dragons. Ball low. Strike called. Strike one. 1-1 here for left fielder Rowe. Ball fouled out of play. Strike two for Rowe. One and two, one out here, bottom of the third for the Dragons. Ball inside, 2-2 for Rowe. Solid outing here so far for the pitcher from LaVille, Devin Schaff. The left-hander gets a second strikeout on a backwards K to Rowe, bringing up the shortstop, Ian Kindig. Kindig walked his first time up. Ball in the dirt. Good stop there by the catcher. 1-0. There's a shot into left field for Kindig. So Kindig on with 2 outs. Dragons stay alive. Bringing up the first baseman, Trey DeVoe. Two outs, one on. Kindig running. Play at second. Kindig is safe with the steal. Good job there by Kindig, the shortstop. Ball low for the first baseman, DeVoe. Two-0 for DeVoe's. Foul ball. That had to hurt. That looked like it went off his left leg, maybe. Two-one count. 2 outs. Runner on second. And there's a shot. Nice play by the shortstop and gets him out at first. So the run stuck at third. And after 3, the Dragons trailing 8-0 to the LaVille Lancers. We're going to come back with inning number 4. For LaVille, it's going to be Pope, Martin, and Dill when we come back. All right, top of the fourth here. The Dragons trailing 8-0. Pope takes a ball on the first pitch. Second pitch high for Smith. Ball 2 to Pope. Pope has a double and a strikeout on the day. 2-1 count now. No outs. Top of the fourth. Ball 3 high. Right fielder number 3, Robbie Pope, takes the 3-1 count and swings full count. 3-2. Smith looking to get the leadoff runner out here for the first. And a changeup. A nice changeup there by Smith, and he gets the strikeout. Bringing up the second baseman, Jake Martin. Right-handed batter. Takes one down in the dirt. Ball 1. He's got a nice changeup. Ball 2 high to the right-handed hitting Martin. Strike 1. I'd say it's a chilly day here, but that wouldn't do it justice. It's just cold out. Snow on the ground this morning here in Argos. But the Dragons are playing baseball. There's a shot right to the first baseman for out number 2. Brings up the center fielder batting in the 9th position, Andrew Dill. Ball low. Pitch number 1, 1-0 for Smith. Must have been just a little bit low. Ball 2. Smith trying to go 1, 2, 3 here in the top of the fourth. There is a shot, and he's not going to get that done. It goes into left field. Dragons can't handle the play very well, and Dill into second base with a double. Bringing up the number 1 hitter, the pitcher, Devin Schaff. Left-handed hitter takes ball. Pitch number 1. Dragons have 2 outs, 1 on. Leadoff hitter Schaff at the plate. Change up, pop fly. Shallow center. And can't handle it, center fielder. 1 run in for the Lancers. Looks like a playable ball there by the Dragons. Drops into shallow center. Scoring 1 run. 9-0 is your score. Bringing up Wazorich, the shortstop. Runners going. No play on Schaff. Got 2 outs. Runner on second. 1-0 count. Ball 2. Lancers lead 9-0 at the top of the fourth. Ball 3 to Wazorich. Ball on the ground, ball 4. Runner goes. Safe at third. So we have runners on the corner. Bringing up Reese Gallup, the catcher. Gallup walked his last time out here for the Lancers. Wazorich steals second. There's a swing and a miss for Gallup. Strike number 2. Smith trying to get out of this inning with as little damage as possible. There is a shot, though, and that's going to go to left, scoring 2 runs. So a 2-run single to left. Puts Gallup on first and brings up the big right-hander Herbster. Herbster pops up to right, and the ball lands on the ground, bringing Gallup to third base. Runners on first and third. Jimmy Fisher is now the batter for the Lancers. Takes strike 1. And a shot to the third baseman, and he throws Fisher out at first. So the Dragons are out of the top of the fourth, trailing 11-0 to the Lancers. We'll be right back with bottom of the fourth action here in just a moment. All righty, we're getting set to go with the bottom of the fourth inning here from Dave Stoltz Field at Argos High School. Dragons trailing the LaVille Lancers 11-0. Due up here for the Dragons, Ellis, Vyers, and Odell. Have a new pitcher for the Lancers. It's going to be number 3, the former right fielder, Robbie Pope. Right-handed pitching pitcher for the Lancers. Caleb Ellis, number 9. Third baseman up for the Dragons. First pitch high, ball 1. Strike ball on the second pitch. 1-1 to Ellis. The 1-1 is swing and a miss. 1-2 for Ellis. The 1-2 pitch, high, ball 2. 2-2 now for the third baseman, Ellis. And a called strike 3. So a strikeout right out of the gate for the new pitcher, Pope. One out. Brings up the center fielder, Hunter Vyers, for the Dragons. Foul ball. Goes way out of play, so strike 1 for Vyers. Ball 1, 1-1. Swing and a miss, ball low, but it was a strike. 1-2 now for Vyers. Swinging a ball in the dirt, ball's loose, Vyers going, and they throw him out. Second out of the inning. Bringing up Colin Odell, the right fielder for the Dragons. Last time up, struck out. Two outs here in the bottom of the fourth, and Odell swings on one over his head. He's going to look at that later and wish he would have held up on that. Ball in the dirt, ball number 1. Odell takes 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Ball low. 2-1. Odell showing bunt. Pulls back. Ooh, takes a ball just a little bit above the belt. 3-1. Odell showing but pulling back. Takes another ball high for the walk. So the Dragons with a base runner, 2 outs. And that brings up the pitcher, Isaac Smith. Smith with 2 outs, 1 on. Takes ball 1. Ball gets away in the dirt. Ball 2. Odell takes second on the passed ball. So the Dragons with a runner on second. Ball 3 to Smith, high. Pope delivers the 3-0, and it's a called strike, 3-1. Two outs, bottom of the 4th. 3-1 count for the pitcher, Isaac Smith. Pope is going to swing around. Oh, he caught him big time. Odell way off the plate. And he gets picked off for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Dragons, after 4, trail LaVille 11-0. We'll be back here with 5th inning action from Dave Stoltz Field in just a moment. All right, welcome back here to Argos in the top of the 5th inning. It's going to be Moore, Pope, and Martin for the Lancers. Moore single shot to second. Smith, the new second baseman, throws him out. We have a new pitcher for the Dragons. Ian Kindig has taken over on the mound. 1 pitch, 1 out for Kindig. That will bring up Pope, Robbie Pope, the pitcher now for the Lancers. Check that. It's not Pope. It's number 4. I don't have his name. He shoots one into the gap. Shortstop. Norris, with a nice play at short, fires it to the first baseman for the out. Great job by the new shortstop, Coleman Norris, taking over for Ian Kindig, who has moved to pitcher. All right, we got another new LaVille Lancer in the lineup, number 2. Don't have his name either. Left-handed batter, though. So Kindig comes in relief here in the top of the 5th and retires the first 2 batters. Has he only thrown 2 pitches? And strike called on that one. Ball 1, 1-1. As the snow flurries start to fly again here in Argos. Strike number 2 on the batter for the Lancers. And there is a swing fielded by Smith at second, and 1-2-3. Dragons out of the 5th. In order. Kindig comes in, throws 6 pitches. Gets 3 outs, and we're going to be going to the bottom of the 5th. Dragons trailing 11-0 against the Lancers as we go into the bottom of the 5th. Smith was the last batter, so it should be Fishburne, Norris, and Rowe for the Dragons. All right, so you're watching Argos TV's coverage of Argos Dragons baseball here. First baseball game of the season for the Dragons, going into the bottom of the 5th, trailing the LaVille Lancers by a score of 11-0. Across the way, the Argos Lady Dragons are playing their first softball game of the season, and they're not doing so good either. They're Pioneer Panthers are giving the Dragons everything they want, leading 22-0. Pioneer is ranked number 5 in the Class A softball polls. So rough way for the Dragons to start out their season. They're going to be on the road tomorrow night, weather pending, of course, at LaVille, taking on the Lady Lancers in their first road softball game of the year. So we're going to have a little coverage here for you of some different things this spring. We're going to have some baseball. We're going to try and do a little softball. We've already done one lacrosse game, the first ever lacrosse game held here at Argos. And that game should be posted to the internet. We had some issues with some new equipment in that game, but we did get it recorded. And you should be seeing that up on RTC's website here within the next day or so. So take a look at that. That's a very interesting sport. Andy and I got to call that game. And it was quite the entertaining match. Dragons ended up losing that one 8-7, but did very well. And actually won 5-4 in the second half. Smith, the batter, takes ball one. Smith. Smith gets hit, so he takes first. Dragons with a runner. Brings up number 17, the designated hitter, Chris Fishburne. Ball low to Fishburne. 1-0 count. We are in the bottom of the fifth. Dragons trailing 11-0. They need to get at least 2 runs to get this game on to the 6th inning. Fishburne takes ball 2. Strike 3 called for Fishburne. So 2-1 count. New pitcher for the Lancers is number 21, Jake Martin. Throws strike 2 there, 2-2 to Fishburne. Martin started out at second for the Lancers, moves onto the pitcher's mound here for the bottom of the fifth. And there's a big swing and a miss on a high fastball, and Fishburne gets the first out of the inning. Brings up the leadoff hitter, number 4, Coleman Norris. Started off on second base, but played short the last inning. Did a really good job, had a nice play there. Takes ball 1 low. One on, 1 out, 1-0. Ball 2 to Norris. Norris takes strike 1. 2-1 count now. 1 out, 1 on. Ball 3 outside. Takes ball 4, moves Smith over to second. Runners at first and second with 1 out. It's going to bring up number 1, the left fielder Sam Rowe, left-handed batting left fielder for the Dragons. One out, runners at first and second for the Dragons. Sam Rowe at the plate. Martin sends one across. Rowe fouls it out of play. 0-1. Ball 1 inside, 1-1, the count to Rowe. 1 out, 2 on. Jake Martin, the pitcher for the LaVille Lancers right now. And they try to steal, and Smith thrown out at third. Norris able to get around to second, but now there's 2 outs for the Dragons. And that's going to do it. Norris picked off at third for the 3rd out. And that's going to be the game, folks. The Dragons drop this one 11-0 to the Lancers after 5. Lancers will move to 1-0 on the season, and the Dragons will fall to 0-1. We do appreciate everybody who tuned in to this broadcast of Argos Dragons baseball here on Argos TV. Going to try and, like we said, get you some coverage of some different things here this year. And baseball, softball, of course, like I said, the lacrosse game should be up and ready to roll here in the next day or so you can view that as well on RTC's website. So, going to wrap things up here from Dave Stoltz Field, where the Dragons fall to 0-1 by a score of 11-0 to the LaVille Lancers in a very, very cold April afternoon. So Steve Stricker saying good evening here from Argos.